Actorul and the Savages, especially this guy. Um, a landmark. I'm thinking in Romanian cinema, appreciated and one of the best. And I remember how thrilled we were, and what a what a godlike figure Toma Caragiu was, the actor in the leading role, Karatase, the one who has a company, a theater company. He's directing, he's managing, he's acting main roles. Hitler, reminding one of Charlie Chaplin, of course, and then Mel Brooks, and the producers with a Hitler in Springtime take. Only this Hitler here put on stage by Karatas in the movie is a vicious dictator, which he was, of course. The idea being to use satire. So yes, he's attacking politicians, stupidity, falsity, and other ills. But then when the target becomes the Iron Guard, the local arm of the Nazi regime, financed, provided with weapons by the fascists. So when he attacks Karatas, the main character, he becomes their target. Also the Jewish writer of his material. So they're facing torture and even death. The unlikely chance that you see this and you want to see the movie, let's not say what happens to the end, who dies, if anyone. And just mention that there are some merits to this film, but overall it is such a disappointment. Yes, we have to be grateful because these people brought some light, some culture for us in those dark days. But on the other hand, this production and so many others also benefited so much. They were so overvalued, so overrated, to use Trump's stupid leader. He's always with overrated. Meryl Streep is overrated, and his general Mad Dog Mattis is. Anyway, you didn't have choice. That's one thing, and then you found gems out of the few, mostly banal movies and productions, if not worse. So now that we can see so much, we can, let's say, compare it with South Korean Parasite, winner of everything lately. We see that the emperor has no clothes, and Toma Raju's performance actually is forced, is exaggerated. It's not really that of a great actor. Let's say Ciuci Constantin, we had someone who was as good as it gets, as good as Jack Nicholson. Seriously, he just happened to be here. And yes, the material was also responsible, because then if you look at this and other such films, you see that beyond the good, serious, let's say, true points, true issues brought up in the movie, Nazis, fascists, criminals, killers, disgusting monsters, yes, but they were, how should I say, they were used in order to bring about nationalism, to say these were the villains that the communists took down, and thus I was tempted to say most often, but always these movies were also propaganda for the communist regime, for another type of dictatorship, worse than the fascists, which is so outrageous. I mean, this is one of the things which not just annoys, but is infuriating some here because, well, Nazis, fascism is forbidden, which is as it should be, as it must be. Okay, I mean it's wrong. It's monsters. We don't even have to continue with that. That's an established fact, and what's done there is good, perfect. Show them as. But on the other hand, communism seems acceptable, desirable for some of the young who are socialists, some say, but they push things to an extreme where they're embracing communism. Bernie Sanders, by the way, honeymooned in Moscow in the days of the Soviet Union and still embraces Castro and Russia to an inconceivable extent. So that's the idea. And in this film, also, you get the feeling that yes, it serves as propaganda. It serves as okay, we've beaten these guys, and the subtext is fascism bad, communism good. That's how I see it.